I'm going to be doing my presentation on Luka Magnotta, but his birth name was Eric Clinton Kirk Newman, so that's what he will be referred to as for that first half of the presentation. But the name that he's most known by is Luka Magnotta. Childhood. Eric Newman was born July 24th, 1982 in Scarborough, Canada. His mother was a teen mom, so it definitely made his home life very inconsistent and messy. They were moving in and out with the mother and father's parents quite frequently. Him and his family had to move around several times due to financial issues, and Eric and his brother were homeschooled by the mother. Eric didn't attend school until around middle school. There were no reports of Eric showing red flags as a child, but he did have an isolated and troubled home life. Eric Newman's parents both had mental disorders such as schizophrenia and severe OCD, and his father says that his son was not normal when he was young because he was isolated and had no contact with other children for a very long time. Eric attended secondary school in Lindsay, Ontario, which is basically high school for Canada. In 2003, he began to appear in pornographic content and was also working as an escort, but he tried to further his career and work towards modeling. That was unsuccessful for him. He didn't have any known relationships, roommates, or friends at that time. One of his first crimes happened in 2005. Eric Newman was convicted of 1 count of impersonation and 3 counts of fraud after impersonating a woman to apply for a credit card and purchasing over $10,000 worth of goods. Eric legally changed his name to Luka Rocco Magnotta on August 12th, 2006, and that is what he went by from then on. Luka Magnotta made several profiles on various internet social medias, mainly Facebook, and discussion forums over several years, talking about himself and making fake fan pages and gossiping about himself, just starting fake rumors. One rumor being that he was in a relationship with Karla Homolka, which was a high-profile Canadian convicted murderer. Police stated that he set up at least 70 Facebook pages and 20 websites under different names. So the pictures are of his several Facebook accounts that he made for himself. Lucas started getting the spotlight online December 21st in 2010 when he posted a video on YouTube titled "One Boy, Two Kittens." It was a horrific video that seemingly started off harmless, as Luka was playing with 2 kittens, only for him to later suffocate the pair of kittens with a vacuum seal bag. This video, of course, would outrage the online community, and at the time of this video's release, his identity was unknown and his face was never shown in the video. Several Facebook groups were made to uncover his identity using various sleuthing techniques. They would try and analyze the outlet sockets in his video, the doorknobs, the type of cigarettes they were using to figure out what region he was from. And he continued to release more videos of him gruesomely killing kittens and puppies on YouTube. The more he uploaded, the more information these online groups would collect on him to eventually reveal his identity and all his online ego and personas that he created himself. These online groups made an effort to contact police but were never taken seriously. This was alarming because Luka made several claims that he was going to continue making movies and that he was going to start including humans. This was seen as something that was going to progressively get worse. As suspected, it did get worse. On May 25th, a graphic video titled "One Lunatic, One Ice Pick" was uploaded to a website, which saw a man tied to a bed being stabbed multiple times in the chest with what appeared to be an ice pick and a kitchen knife. The man was 33-year-old Lin Jun, also known as Justin Lin, who was attending the Concordia University in Montreal, Canada, at the time of his murder. A janitor later discovered the decomposing torso of the man on May 26th inside a suitcase, which had been dumped in an alleyway behind an apartment building. The pictures I added were the apartment building security camera footage of Luca and his victim, and then Luca later wearing his victim's shirt, getting caught. It was very clear Luca was doing this for attention. It was definitely seen. He was definitely seen as somebody who loved the spotlight. When, you know, the Facebook groups found all his accounts, and when the Facebook groups found all his accounts of him talking to himself, it was very clear that he wanted to make things all about him, even if that meant his name and face would be on international news. He enjoyed the chase with police. In fact, a lot of his role models were movie characters from movies like Catch Me If You Can and American Psycho, where the protagonists were killers on the run. On May 29th, a package was sent to the Conservative Party of Canada containing a left foot. It was marked with a red heart, and later the Liberal Party was sent the victim's left hand, but the Canada Postal Service intercepted it before it could be sent. They were both body parts of Lin Jun. This was seen as a grab for more media attention for Luca. After killing Lin Jun, he flew to Paris, France for some time. Police forces searched for him there until he was seen in Germany at an internet cafe reading articles about himself. And he was arrested and sent back to Canada. A few years prior to committing the murder, Luca Magnotta started to plant seeds to convince family and officials he was in trouble. He told his mother that he was being forced into various acts by a man called Manny Lopez. However, after his arrest, the same Facebook group that discovered Luca's location also debunked his story. The evidence used to trial was obviously the films he had made, security camera footage of him disposing of body parts, and the apartment room the murder was committed in, which he wrote in the closet. If you don't like the reflection, don't look in the mirror. I don't care. And that's the actual picture of what he wrote in the closet. On December 23rd, 2014, Luca Magnotta was convicted of first-degree murder and was sentenced to life, and is currently imprisoned at the Archambault Institution in Quebec. Where are they today? Since these were recent events, Luca's still living in prison. He's currently 38 years old. A documentary of all these events was made on Netflix on December of 2019 called Don't F with Cats. It provides interviews with the remarkable internet users who banded together to help Canadian authorities catch him. It's a good documentary. It's interesting, which is actually why I picked him for my presentation. But that's all, and there are my sources.